You know what else would be bad optics? Rehiring Ed Orgeron. But Coach Joe today went on Sportsmanlike and had this exchange about his interest in the LSU coaching job potentially.
Do you want to be the next LSU head coach?
Oh, I'd love to. You kidding me? Hey, I'm one phone call away. Hey, I just got to get in my truck. I'll be back. I could be there today.
If someone specifically became the head coach, would you be willing to be his assistant? And that someone is someone you've been close with and worked with, Lane Kiffin. Would you ever go back to be an assistant?
Yeah, I consider it. I love LSU. I still got my home in Baton Rouge. Yeah, I love when I coached with Coach Miles, being the defensive line coach. I love the Tigers, and I'm getting back to coaching. For sure, I consider it, no doubt.
I want to be very clear about something. I would absolutely endorse Ed Orgeron coming back to be on LSU staff as the defensive line coach. That'd be awesome. Like, there is no denying the things that I've always said about Ed Orgeron. Number one, he is an outstanding recruiter. He is tireless and one of the great recruiters of this or any era. And number two, in the Pete Jenkins tree, he's one of the best defensive line coaches ever. Like, you will be technically sound, mean, physical, all that stuff on the D-line with Coach O. That is never the problem. His organization and ability to hire and retain and build a program, a sustainable model, was clearly not there. But as a position coach, hell yeah, man. I would endorse that in a millisecond. Coach O also made some comments about why maybe it didn't work with Brian Kelly. He talked about the A&M game.
The expectations at LSU is to win a national championship. And the pressure starts to rise around the third year. And they give you time to give you the facilities, they give you the money that you need. And if you don't reach that, there's going to be some rumblings. But you can see the team had regressed, having 3 losses in the conference. And what Texas A&M did to LSU at Tiger Stadium at night, and then what they did after, was an embarrassment to me, all the state of Louisiana. I'm not blaming Brian Kelly. It just the whole thing has seemed to unravel and fall apart. So I think that's the reason.
Kind of like the Bama game in 2020. I would say that Saturday night in Tiger Stadium against A&M, that was the most embarrassing display I'd seen since the Bama game in 2020. Another thing Coach O said, though, in that interview was about how Brian Kelly never embraced Louisiana. And to be the LSU coach, you have to embrace Louisiana. And, I think to some degree there's truth in that. So as to say, and y'all know I like Brian Kelly a lot. We're not friends. We didn't go have meat. We didn't break bread together. But I covered him for 4 years, and I found him to be accessible, honest, professionally courteous, charming. He was excellent. He was excellent to cover. But as I was following this story Sunday, the thing that probably struck me the most, just as I kind of replay the last 72 hours in my mind and how everything all transpired, the first call I got Sunday morning telling me that Brian Kelly had been fired, that person said to me that on Sunday, as the LSU brass were making calls, you gauging the temperature on moving on from Brian Kelly, was that he didn't have any allies. He didn't have any support. I mentioned this on Monday just briefly, but as I replay that convo in my head, it's telling, because if the people that hire, fire, and write checks aren't in your corner, then you clearly didn't do enough to win their favor. And sometimes, no matter where you coach, you got to play that game. And Brian Kelly gave a lot of himself, his time, his ability, and his money. Do not forget that, anyone who says that man wasn't all in, He donated $1 million of his own money to this roster, okay? Like, you want to talk about put up or shut up? That man put up, okay? Let's call a spade a spade. But it is very clear that if the athletic director makes 10 calls to 10 influential people and saying, how would you feel if we moved on? And there's no support for the coach being retained, that speaks volumes. When literally 12 hours prior, 15 hours prior at kickoff of that game, nobody was conceptualizing firing Brian Kelly. It wasn't a thought in anybody's brain. And that went south so badly to the point where within 24 hours, he's gone. And, $53 million? Okay, we'll make it happen somehow. There is some truth to what Ed Orgeron said there. Like, you have to win favor of people to give yourself leeway when things don't go well. And apparently Brian Kelly didn't do that. One other thing from Orgeron, he was talking about how quickly this firing happened and sort of how that has been such a common thing here in college football this year.
I don't like it, okay? Think about the guys that worked hard all summer for their season. What about winning football games? What about finishing the season? Giving those guys a chance. And now we have all these jobs open and all these kids are wondering, hey, where's my coach? What's going to happen? And kind of ruins the season for most kids. And I understand the pressures of the transfer portal, and I understand that people get sick and tired of the coach, but I wish that they would wait till the end of the season and let this thing play out.
It's not what LSU elected to do this time or when they let Ed Orgeron go back in the 2021 season. Now, he did coach out the string as a lame duck coach, but it'll be Frank Wilson this time for the Tigers. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.